Check. 1, 2, 3,
Check,
4,
check,
5,
check.
6.
Oh, okay. Alright. Last game. Last game.
DNP. Mula sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao at sa iba't ibang sulok ng mundo, kami po ay nagpapasalamat sa inyong panonood ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. And there you see Eric Pili, who will look to continue with this nice momentum scoring for Marikina. He's averaging 18 points in the last 9 games for the Shoot Masters. He will take on the returning Poy Poy Aktub for Biñan Tatakchel, who will have to move forward without Mark Pingris and KG Canaleta in tonight's outing here inside the Paco Arena in Manila. Thank you for joining us as this follows the victory of Iloilo versus Bataan and Caloocan versus Bulacan. Let me welcome everybody with Wild Wild West, Wesley Gonzalez. My name is Mix Gomez and our courtside reporter is Mika Abesamis. Now, Wes, I want to get your thoughts about Biñan taking on Marikina without Mark Pingris and KG Canaleta.
Well, it's a big factor kasi, Pingris brings that leadership. He brings that, he anchors the defense for Biñan, and also KG gives the points for Biñan. So it's a big adjustment for Biñan coming into this game Pero, I am sure, the other guys are very very welcome to take on the challenge na wala si Mark at wala si KG.
Mark Pingris's presence was actually even felt in the All-Star game for the South All-Stars. They almost won it versus the North. And KG Canaleta is the leading scorer of Biñan, shooting at close to 50% from the field. But now we'll talk about the previous game of Coach Raisal Castro, Eric Pili, and the rest of the Marikina Shoe Masters. A very unpredictable team because they can be so deadly here in the MPBL, but they were limited by Batangas in their previous outing.
Well, in the previous outing, right out the gates, talagang itong Batangas nagpakitang gilas na led as much so big, especially that on that third quarter na parang alam mo na decided na yung laro before the fourth quarter. So 77 to 92 talagang ang laki ng kalamangan, and you see yung difference on the field goals, 38 versus almost 50% of Batangas. You can see na yung depensa ng Marikina kinulang para against this Batangas squad. And of course, the 3-point field goal, only 30% versus the 50% of Batangas.
Well, you mentioned the defense of Marikina did not hold for them, but the defense of Batangas was there. Even Aaron Estacio told me that the defense of CJ Isit and the likes of RJ Ramirez was tough against him. That's why he wasn't able to reach double figures to try to aid the cause of his tandem at the guard spot in Eric Pili. But tonight is a different story for them as they take on the red-hot Biñan Tatak Gel squad, the second hottest in the MPBL right now behind the San Juan Knights. They have a 7-game winning streak.
Yes, 7-game winning streak right out of the gates. Ito namang Biñan talagang nagpakitang gilas against Iloilo. Iloilo hindi nakabalik. This is the first game of Mark Nonoy coming back from that injury, pero they were really stopped by Biñan, and Biñan just riding off the good start, good finish, 30-point lead for against Iloilo. The numbers natin, 47 versus the 37% field goals of Iloilo. You can see talagang they were able to take more shots, make more shots, and of course the rebounding. It's the rebounding story, and that's when you will miss Mark Pringles in this ball game.
Well, they're also going to miss the services of their best player in Ronnie Alonte, who scored his career-high 11 versus Iloilo. But tonight he is not present. The good thing is, Poy Aktub is back for Biñan Tatak Gel as they take on the Marikina Shoe Masters. We turn you over to Miguel Pereira.
Starting at forward number 17, Gamma Evangelista. Center number 41, Marlon Basco. Also at forward number 4, Jordan Santa Ana. One guard number 0, Jetro Escoto. And the other guard number 5, Eric Pili. Their head coach is Raisal Castro. Assistant coaches John Paul Basilan, Monroe Quezon, Fernando Bunag, and JC Lim. Team managers are Leo Correa and Dr. Rianji Pioquinto. And now the starters for the Biñan Tatak Gel Beast Motorcycle GameX. Starting at guard number 0, Pamboy Raimundo. Also at guard number 88, Kenny Rocacurva. Starting at center number 28, J.R. Alabanza. Forward number 31, J.Mark Himpayan. And the other forward number 22, Carlo Lastimosa. The head coach is Boyet Fernandez. Assistant coaches Gino Manansala, Gino Manuel, Eliazar Capototan, J.R. Manansala, Jerwin Gaco, and Rico Meyerhopper. Team manager is Jojo Hunanan. LGU partner is Vice Jelalote.
The average starter is brought to you by Sports Max, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max, Jetro Escoto, Eric Pili, Gamma Evangelista, Marlon Basco, and Jordan Santa Ana for Marikina. And then we have Pamboy Raimundo, Kenny Rocacurva, J.R. Alabanza, J. Margimpayan, and Carlo Lastimosa for Biñan Tatak Gel. Thank you for joining us as we come to you live from the Paco Arena in Manila, neutral ground for Biñan and Marikina. But we do have a sizable crowd, and we did enjoy a nice overtime second game between Bataan and Iloilo. So that should at least give us some good momentum as we begin our main event for your MPBL Tuesday. Biñan gets first possession As we broke down, they are the second hottest team in the MPBL right now. As Pamboy Raimundo misfires. Pamboy has had himself a nice stretch, averaging 13 points in the last 8 games. At mahaba na yung stretch na yun because that's practically a third of the season.
Yeah, mahaba in 13 games, averaging 13 points. I think he's one of the more consistent players for this Biñan squad.
He's trying to give us a throwback of Season 3 Pamboy Raimundo, in which he was an MPBL second team selection when he was playing for the Jensen Warriors. As Roca Curva was challenged. Recovery, Lastimosa, unable to score. Jordan Santa Ana. Reverse, that was a tough angle for him. Counter with Carlo Lastimosa. 2 men to beat. Lastimosa challenged well by Marlon Basco. Back with Pamboy. Bounce pass, Gimpayan on the roll. And Jaymar will score.
A good pass by Pamboy. Setting up itong si Gimpayan for that 2-pointer.
As much as we glorify Pamboy Raimundo with his scoring, he also averages close to 4 assists per game for Biñan Tatakgel. Escoto will fire. No good. Rebound Gimpayan. That guy averages close to 9 rebounds per outing, which is 6th best in the entire league.
Wow. Pero he's a bit, if you can see, parang he's a bit undersized for his position. Pero, I think he has a nose for the ball.
He was one of those guys who started as a homegrown back in seasons 2 and 3 for Val City. He was a crowd favorite inside the Valenzuela Astrodome because of his nose for the ball at yung sipag niya day in and day out.
Yeah.
Gimpayan just scored again. And now it is Evangelista in trouble. A 3 for Marlon Basco. Short. Recovery for Marikina. Escoto on the layup.
Good defensive rebound para dito sa Marikina.
4-2 is the tally. 2.5 minutes gone by. Roca Curva, the All-Star, to Gimpayan, who was an All-Star last year. Handoff to yet another former All-Star in Carlo Lastimosa, pulling up and missing. Carlo was actually a starting All-Star for the North back in Season 4. As he got the steal, he was fouled by Eric Pili.
Carlo Lastimosa, known as a scorer back in his college and in the PBA as well.
Professional scorer ba?
Professional scorer. Talagang ang trabaho ni Carlo Lastimosa is tumira.
Yes. He does average close to 10 points per game this season. Lastimosa popping out, being chased by Eric Pili. 10 on the shot clock. Lastimosa goes to Alabanza. JR leans in and he's fouled.
Good pass.
It's on Gama Evangelista, who now gets instructions from the guy who has the same height as he does in Coach Raisel Castro.
Coach Raisel Castro, one of the best players coming out of FEU.
Did you get to watch him as well before, or even compete against him?
I played against Coach Raisel. He was in FEU. I think he also played for Coca-Cola, if I'm not mistaken.
How was he like back in his day?
He is very, very good. Yung ganda ng timing niya sa bola. He's a very good at deflecting that shot, making it hard for you to take that shot inside.
So he was a defensive big.
Yes. He's a scorer as well. He's one of the main scorer for FEU.
We'll talk about a scoring big man. Marlon Basco was able to deliver from downtown. They have a deadlock at 5. 10 on the shot clock. Lastimosa to Gimpayan. Jaymar swings it over to Pamboy. Raimundo, nice fake. The leaner and the bucket.
Pamboy Raimundo. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure if he played under Coach Boyet when he was in San Beda.
Alam ko San Sebastian si
San
Pamboy.
Sebastian ba?
I'm gonna have to double check.
Yeah.
Jordan Santa Ana just scored for Marikina. This play of the game is brought to you by Suzuki.
I think
Speed.
Javi would know that.
Yes, usually sila ni Coach Louie.
Oh.
Ayan. Guys, if you're watching, feel free to message us.
Yes, please. And correct us.
You can also try to have a quick Google search. Back with Pamboy Raimundo. Yeah, San Sebastian nga. This is Kenny Roca-Curva on 2. JR Labanza in and out. Rebound to Pili. 7-all. Jethro Escoto to Jordan Santa Ana. Screen by Evangelista. Bounce pass. Escoto lost the ball.
Sayang.
Yeah. That was actually a Growling Tiger connection. Santa Ana played for UST in Team A back in UAP Season 80, while Escoto and even Gama Evangelista were in Team B. Here's Pamboy. A three-pointer. In and out. Rebound. Gimpayan. A scramble. Recovery for Pamboy. Halfway done in the opening frame. Gimpayan will score.
6 points for Gimpayan.
That's 6 points and 3 boards for him. Some usual numbers for J-Mar Gimpayan. Eric Pili. Attacking. Guarded well by Lastimosa. Pili still at it. Pass inside. 4 on the shot clock. Eric knows about it. Pili fires. No good. Back with Carlo. Lastimosa driving and feeding. It's Pamboy. The swing to Kenny. Roca-Curva attacks. Basket and one.
And this guy parang very steady siya, he's just, distributing the ball. Pero this is his first shot and he's made this difficult shot.
Kenny Roca-Curva just really strong when he rises up here in the MPBL. That's why he's an all-star. Roca-Curva this season averages 10 points, 5 rebounds per game. That's in 21 and a half minutes of play. Roca-Curva has been a prized possession of Coach Boyd Fernandez. Lumipat sila mula Pasig City papuntang Biñan. 12-7. Eric Pili now defended by Robbie Manalang. Escoto goes to Santa Ana. Screen by Vitug. To the left. Pasco. Nice fake. Marlon Pasco. No basket. Recovery by Vitug. Santa Ana. Onto his cutter. Sancho Vitug turning around and missing. Rebound to Kenny. And here's Pamboy pushing. Raimundo to the corner. Robbie Manalang. No good. Loose ball foul.
So far, parang feeling ko nagkapapakiramdaman pa itong bawat koponan eh. They haven't really gotten that, that offensive groove.
Akala ko sabihin mo, mukhang nag-enjoy sila doon sa second game natin kanina.
Pero that second game also, parang, it was, back and forth. I mean, the pace was very fast, especially in that second quarter, third quarter. Pero third quarter, that's when it picked up, very quality basketball.
Yeah. And for a long time, we were at the edge of our seats. It was that good between Iloilo and Bataan. As now there's a charge called on Alvin Baichong.
Buena mano.
Baichong has a big smile on his face as he walks down to the other end. Our Arcasajeros will now check in, one of the leaders of the Marikina Shoot Masters, who did score in double figures versus Batangas. That was the 7th time that he reached at least 10 points this season. Here's Jomel Landayan. Landayan needing a teammate. It's RR working with Vitug. They go to Jordan Santa Ana. Screen by Marlon. Santa Ana splitting the D. Kick out. 4 on the shot clock. Casajeros will fire. Way off. Nice save. Unfortunately, Marikina will lose time.
Sayang, and Marlon Basco was able to connect on that three-pointer.
There's Coach Rizal Castro. Did he also have that three-pointer back in the day?
Alam mo, you know, he could shoot from the outside, pero hindi uso for a big man to shoot. I mean, usually they would expect you to be on the block.
Okay.
And if you see a big man shooting from outside, that's a no-no.
Sino nga ba yung nagsimula na mag-revolutionize ng big man basketball sa Pilipinas? Was it the Yancy de Ocampos?
Could be.
Di ba?
Oo, kasi
Mick Penisi?
Mick never wanted to post up. Si Mick, pag nakuha niya yung bola sa poste, tinatapo niya palabas para he can shoot from the outside.
Here's John Melandayan who lost the ball. He was too fast.
Yeah, too fast for himself.
JJ Pido will now check in.
Pero yeah, come to think of it, the Yanceys, the Ranidels, sila yung nagsimula na makikita mo yung big man tumitira ng three-pointer and hindi masakit sa mata.
Yeah.
Yung alam mong may kumpiyansa kang papasok.
Yancy had a nice shooting stroke.
Super nice stroke.
And of course, we all know what Ranidel did for the country.
Yeah.
As Pido gives us a nice feed inside onto Alvin by Chong. Things are looking steady for Biñan as they gave us their 5th dime in this game.
Slowly, parang I think they're picking up and that's a nice positioning by Tiong. He looks very cuddly. Diba? He looks very cuddly.
What a term! I love that, Wesley.
Parang,
so I guess that's the politically correct term for
I don't know if that's politically correct, but
eto naman ang maganda kay Alvin. Nagagamit niya yung heft na yan to his advantage.
yes. And that's what he did in that possession.
This is Kenny Roca Curva driving and feeding. Maestre recovers. Manalang all day. Too easy. There's a lot of chemistry in that recent fight that we saw for Biñan Tatakjelas. This three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. It's because 4 of those players were transferees from Pasig City by Chong, Roca Curva, Manalang, and Maestre. Sinama na lang si JJ Pido, who did transfer from Rizal last year. It is 18-7 in favor of Biñan.
Back at the Paco Arena for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Satisfaction is the main feeling of Coach Boyet Fernandez right now after winning 7 straight games and limiting their opponents to below 70. But this satisfaction comes with great responsibility as he will face the tough South, as he calls it. If they get the 4th spot, they will probably go against Parañaque or South Cotabato at the start of the next round. They need to bring this morale to start strong, especially that they're doing well in terms of their transition defense, he said. For this game though, sabi niya nakakatakot itong Marikina. The system that Coach Elvis Tolentino built, being continued by Coach Rizal, he remembers winning against them by very little when he was with Pasig, so he knows and respects what they are made of. No JJ, KG, Ping, and Jonathan Gray today, but expects everyone else to continue satisfying him. Migs and West.
Well, so far, he should be satisfied with this 18-7 performance of Biñan against Marikina. It's good that they have respect given to these shoe masters who can be unpredictable. As we mentioned, at the start of this season, Marikina only lost by 1 to our defending champions.
Oh, well, itong Marikina is very, as you said, it's very scary you cannot underestimate them. And alam mo, this team can show up anytime.
And by the way, as Mika mentioned, the potential fourth spot or the fourth seed for Biñan in the South, that was a tough shot by Robbie Manalang. If they actually win this game, then they would be able to secure home court advantage at least in the first round.
And that's very good. And that's very big.
Speaking of home court, their last game in the regular season will happen on their home floor against Mindoro this coming Friday, as now there is a charge called on Marlon Basco. Evangelista will come back in for Kuya Mong. After all, it is a depleted front line for Coach Raisal Castro, with Azar Ujan out of the scenery and Jexter Tolentino as well. This is Kenny Rocakurva. Strong side, up and under. No good. Recovery for Baichong. And here's Robbie. Out of time, 10 seconds for JJ. He uses the screen. Pido shoots and he scores.
Nice way to use that screen and getting that jumper.
It is now a 15-point advantage. We've only seen 2 field goals from Marikina. And that's an air ball from Landayan.
Well challenged, and they could have taken a better shot, especially if you're down 15.
Marikina will also give 9 seconds to work with to Joseph Peña-Redondo and company. Here's Joseph bringing down the ball against Eric Pili. 4 seconds, he's doubled. Pido, that's a walk. Another chance here for Marikina.
Only 2 seconds left para tumira ito Marikina.
Landayan will inbound. Will it be Casajeros? They go to Eric Pili on the catch. He loses time. How about the defense in the first quarter by Biñan?
A very good showing, only limiting Marikina to 7 points.
And on the other end, the execution was definitely there. 8 assists for Biñan.
Very good distribution para dito sa Biñan.
That resulted onto 50% shooting for them. While it's only 2 out of 14 for Marikina. J. Marquipayan had himself a nice start. 6 points and 5 rebounds with an assist as well. Robbie Manalang had 5 off the bench. This first quarter score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. JJ Pido had 15 points in his previous outing versus Iloilo. That's his second best scoring performance this season. And he did it with great efficiency, Wesley.
They're very efficient, 3 out of 4, especially in that 3-point area. 11 points in that fourth quarter. So ang ganda ng pinakita nito si Jeric Pido.
He also had his season high 6 rebounds, accompanied by 5 dimes. Pido is now defending Aaron Estacio. He fell short on that one-hander. Biñan in total control, 22-7. Alvin Baichong against Gama Evangelista. Alvin goes to Maestre, strip, but he was fouled. That's going to be on Aaron Estacio, the star point guard of Coach Gino Manansala with St. Clair. Maestre at the line. Last year, nakausap ko si Coach Boyet asking him kung paano nag-shift yung goals niya dahil ngayon nagko-coach na siya sa panibagong level na naman sa MPBL, and he said he finds a lot of fulfillment in coaching the younger players. Hindi tulad yan. Ni KG Canaleta na veterano na.
Younger players sabay pinakita si KG.
Kaya nga eh. So I asked him to point out some players, and he said, of course, Kenny Rokurba, but he also made sure that we would be aware that he has his eyes on Mike Maestre, na potential big man talaga who could, become a big-time talent here in the MPBL.
And I think, for coaches like that, I mean, Coach Boyd has coached in the PBA, in the D-League, in the NCAA. I think it's much more fulfilling for them to, coach the younger guys.
Yes.
To be able to be a part of their growth. I think yun yung nagiging, because Coach Boyd is a natural teacher.
Yes. And by the way, it is becoming a common and good story in the MPBL that you get to develop the players who would eventually move on to the PBA, which is familiar ground to Coach Boyd himself. Recently, Coach Alex has been proud of Jan Nermal and James Kwekute. I'm sure Coach Randy is proud of Adrian Nokum and Mike Ayonayon.
Makita mo yung makita mo na nag-succeed yung player mo under your wings is, I think, an achievement itself for them.
It is 24-7. Off of the baseline inbound. No steal there. And here's Aaron Estacio. Tough shot. Too strong. Rebound Pido. Forward pass to Peña Redondo. Down the middle. Joseph Peña Redondo will miss. Recovery. Maestre stripped. Aaron Estacio is known for his ability to steal that ball. He's third in the league in that category. And that was a nice dive from Aaron onto Sancho Vitug.
Kita pa niya yung teammate niya doon when he was covered by two Biñan players.
Let's see if that could build some momentum for Marikina. Good defense by Estacio. 10 on the shot clock for Tyrone Chan. Down to 5 seconds. What a feed by Pido. Sorry, Mr. Manalang. And here's Aaron Estacio. Counter steal, 2-on-1. Pido will feed, Maestre will finish.
Good pass by Pido to Maestre.
4 points now for Mike Maestre. 26-9. Vitug goes to Mel Mabigat. Another veteran that we have in the league, Mabigat. Turnaround shot, no good. Rebound Maestre.
So far, Marikina has only scored 2 points in this quarter. While Biñan naman scored 4 points. So it's a low-scoring ball game for for both squads. As Chan connected on that three-pointer attempt.
You might have heard you. Tyrone Chan is known for his three-point shooting. He is showing us a new hair color, though. And I'd like to think that he wants that to be some sort of lucky charm for him, that blonde hair.
Yeah, I would call them the cuddly brothers. Si Chan and si Baityong, Parang pag nakita mo sila, they're hefty but they're very harmless.
It's good that he actually pointed those two out because they've been together since their passing days. At sila pa yung usual double sub na big men off the bench for Coach Boyan. Estacio misfires. Rebound Pido. JJ, nice cross. Nice setup onto Tyrone Chan.
Tyrone Chan showing us his range.
I would have wanted Alvin Baichong to go running to Tyrone Chan as they celebrated, but it was Pat Anunuevo instead. This was the creation by JJ Pido.
Getting that defender off and passing off to that free three-pointer by Chan.
That's 2 threes already in a minute of play for Tyrone Chan. And the lead has ballooned to 25 points. This fast break of the game is brought to you by Sports Max, powered by Play Max, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. 2 easy points for Joseph Beñaredondo. Those are the lone fast break points so far of Biñan. But it's not a problem.
Yeah, it's not a problem kasi dun sa half-court sets nila, they're converting very well.
We've seen 13 field goals and 12 assists.
And they're moving the ball well.
The lead is 25. Aaron Eustacio goes to Gama Evangelista. Now it's Jordan Santa Ana trying to post up. Jordan in trouble. There's the feed to Vito who scores.
Nice pass. Good patience by Santa Ana that time.
And these are golden minutes as well for Sancho Vito. Ito na yung moment mo to perform with a couple of big men missing. Beñaredondo, catch and shoot. No good. Tyrone Chan. No putback. Another rebound, and that's Bam Lopez scoring.
Right place at the right time.
Nice smile on the face of Bam Lopez. Let's see the bench of Biñan. So we've only seen 2 players who haven't played. Ano Nuevo and Aktup. Santa Ana. What's the call? Dribbling violation.
Good defense. Could have been more patient. Itong si Santa Ana at the post. Zone defense para dito sa Marikina.
Bam Lopez. There's your zone breaker. A 3-pointer from the corner.
I like that. I like the timing. I like the timing of and the way you said it.
I mean, isn't it that Filipinos are most used to going up against a 2-3 zone?
Yes, because parang lahat ng playground games puro zone. And I think that should change. I think we have to be used to playing man-to-man defense moving forward. I think it's gonna help our basketball system in the future.
Now, that's in the context of pickup games, as Poy Poy Aktub checks in, much to the delight of the crowd. But in the pros, ang pinaka-common naman ay man-to-man, di ba?
Yeah.
And as a former pro yourself, would you actually say na kapag zumona na yung kalaban, doon pa kayo naiilang as compared to the man-to-man?
For a while, it does, put you off balance. But once you get used to it, but you would know where to pick your spots.
How about this? What to you is the most unfamiliar zone? Kasi may mga 1-2-2, 1-3-1 ka dyan, di ba? Or wala
I think
pa?
a 1-3-1.
1-3-1?
Yeah. And I remember, playing, doing a 1-3-1, it's so tiring, especially if you're the one at the bottom.
Yeah. If you're the one playing defense.
Yes.
As Kimpayan scores for Biñan. Although that in itself is the weakness, right?
Yes. The weakness of that 1-3-1 are the corners.
Back with Aaron Eustacio against Bam Lopez. Eustacio feeds to Vito, who scores.
Vito showing good quality minutes for Marikina. Already has 6 points.
Here's Pamboy. Straight away, no good. Rebound, Gimpayan. No put back. Poy Poy battling hard for the board. Bam Lopez, corner 3, no good. Vito could not get full control of that leather, and now we have a timeout for Coach Boyet Fernandez. It is a 28-point advantage for Biñan Tatakje. Baste. Back inside the Paco Arena in Manila, where Biñan is looking really good. 43-15. And there you see the final game on September 20th, this coming Friday, at home inside the Alonte Sports Arena against the Mindoro Tamaraws. Right now, Biñan is at number 4 in the South Division team standings. They're half a game behind Batangas City. And if they win this game, then they would secure home court advantage at least.
At least, yeah, a home court advantage and then another chance to tie itong Batangas City.
Batangas was the recent foe of Marikina, the team that defeated them by 15 points. Baseline inbound. Tyrone Chan fouled by Jordan Santa Ana. That's 2 on Jordan, and it will be a sideline inbound for Biñan Tatakgel. Poy Aktub will trigger in. It's good to have Poy back because he missed out on numerous games as he's been sick this season. Isa siya sa mga natamaan ng iba-ibang weather.
Kanina pinapanood ko sila in the round robin, itong si Aktub, grabe tumalon.
Yes. Is it the first time that you're seeing him?
Yes.
As Aaron Estacio scores for Marikina. Just so you know, Wes, Poy has been the most famous MPBL player for quite a year now because he started with Mavs Phenomenal Basketball.
Oh.
So sikat siya sa kanya mga slam dunk. And recently he participated in our dunk contest, although he lost again as Pamboy Raimundo connects from downtown. Si Kit Jimenez na narinig mo na.
Hindi ko pa hindi.
Kit Jimenez is currently with San Miguel. He dazzled the crowd back in season 4 with a couple of long three-pointers, even a quadruple-double.
Wow.
The first quadruple-double tallied in professional Philippine basketball after 3 decades. Ganun na katagal.
He is such a baller.
I have the name of the previous quadruple-double guy at the edge of my mind. I think you know him. Don Belbelano.
Oh, okay, of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
TNT, right?
yes, TNT.
He was the backup to Jimmy Alapag.
Played against him.
Yeah, yun ang unang quadruple-double na naitala. Poy was fouled. First free throw is no good. Poy did have a nice 20-point game a couple of games back in Abra.
Against Abra?
No. It was against a different team, but it happened in Abra. Nakatulong pa yung biyahe sa kanya.
Have you covered the game in Abra?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a treat.
Yeah. Well, the crowd there is a treat. And then you get to travel, of course. That's around 8 hours north. Although the longest that we've traveled by land was Bicol, 12 hours. I can't wait for you to experience something like that.
Actually, I'm looking forward to.
Kahit yung mga flights to Zamboanga, Iloilo, and Bacolod, masaya yun.
I think napag-usapan namin yung Sidel yun. Hi to Sidel.
Good evening, boss. Three on the shot clock. Baseline inbound for Poy. There's the lob. Intercepted. Aktub recovers. And they lose time.
So far, Marikina 17 points, scoring 10 points here in the second quarter. Better quarter for them compared to their first quarter, but still not enough for Biñan, who has a 30-point lead.
They're just playing like a well-oiled machine. And they're peaking at the right time, Wes.
Exactly. I mean, maski sino yung ipasok, maski walang Mark Pingris, walang KG Canaleta, parang walang problema.
Yes. And it's not like they defeated teams with losing records in this streak. They've had wins against Nueva Ecija. That was pretty convincing. Sino pa ba? Let's check that.
I mean, this team is well coached. I mean, Coach Boyet is, he's a great coach. He's PB Coach of the Year.
Later on, I'm gonna break that down with you
Yeah.
even further.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful. Call on the floor stains, foul on number 0, Pamboy
What a
Raimundo is
reaction
first.
by JJ Pido on that challenge. So it was unsuccessful. It is a foul by Pamboy Raimundo. Just gotta love having a very animated player in JJ Pido. Katabi niya pa yung head coach niya. We were talking about Coach Boyd Fernandez. And apparently, folks, naabutan pa ni Westy Gonzalez si Coach Boyet as a player.
As a player.
That was back in
2004.
That was his last playing year before immediately becoming a coach.
Yes.
Kasi alam ko, 06 champion na yan eh.
08.
Nung time ni na Kelly Williams.
I think that was 08 if
08
I'm
ba yun?
not mistaken. Or maybe, yeah, 08. Yun nag-champion siya as a coach.
That was a nice team. Denok, Ryan Reyes, Bitoy Omolon. Remember those
Pero
guys?
I mean, he's been a champion in the PBA, the PBL, the NCAA ranks.
Yeah.
So,
MPBL na lang.
MPBL na lang yung kulang, and I'm not going to be surprised if one day he's going to be a champion coach here.
Alright, now he does have a contending team in Biñan, which is up by 29 against Marlon Basco and company. There's a putback for Sancho Vito. We have some very passionate fans behind us.
Yeah, we have Vitog fans behind us.
We'll try to examine kung kay Vitog nga lang talaga sila sumusuporta. Kanina pa sila maingay eh.
For sure, Marikina fans sila.
Here come the Shoemasters, losing time. No basket for Jordan Santa Ana. So that wraps it up for our first half. Biñan in total control. Although it was a better second quarter for Marikina.
Yeah, scoring 15 points.
The biggest lead was 30 for Biñan Tatak Gel. This halftime score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX.
Paco Arena for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesamis, and right now I am joined by Coach Jerwin Gaco, of course, of the Biñan Tatak Jet. Gusto pa ata sumama ni JJ dito. Jerwin, clearly playoff performance na itong pinapakita ng Biñan, lalo na meron kayong 7 na straight wins. Ano naman ang masasabi mo, Coach?
So ayun nga, bali itong game na to is parang playoffs na pinag-aandaan namin. So far maganda yung tinatakbo ng team namin under Coach Boyet. Yung sistema niya na-adapt na ng players. So kaya maganda yung pinapakita na sa game. Kasi yung mga last game namin, medyo mababa kami. So need namin manalo para pumasok kami sa top 4.
Sana nga magtuloy-tuloy na para mataas ang moral papunta sa playoffs. Coach, meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Of course, unang-una si Boss Monching. Boss Monching Dalisayon sa Pininiclo. Kay Vice Jel Alonte ng Biñan, kay Boss Robenta ng Beast Motorcycle Tires. Binabati ko nga pala si Tito Ricky, saka si Tita May, galing pang Canada, at sa mga kabayo dyan sa San Mateo. At sa lahat ng fans ng Biñan Tatak Gel. Yeah. Of course, sa GameX nga pala, thank you po sa supportan nyo. Sana supportahan nyo kami hanggang sa uli. Thank you po.
Alright, maraming salamat. Once again, Coach Jerwin Gaco of the Biñan Tatak Gel. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Our halftime score is 49-22 in favor of Biñan Takjel. They've led since the opening tip, and the biggest lead was 30. Wesley Gonzalez will be presenting to you a lot of numbers that would explain why Biñan is up by this big.
Well, Biñan's just doing a good job defending itong Marikina and giving a Marikina, a hard time converting their shots. That's why they only have 24% field goal itong Marikina, and they are, since itong Biñan's defending well, they have 31 rebounds, and they're distributing the ball well, making, everyone inside, touch the ball. That's why they have 17 assists, and, the offensive rebounds as well. That's why they have 26 points.
It's pure domination for Biñan Takjel as they try to get their 8th straight victory. That's the second longest winning streak behind the 16 of the San Juan Knights. The hottest team and the #1 team in the MPBL as of this moment. Almost everybody has contributed for Coach Boyet Fernandez. On the other end, for Coach Rizal Castro, it's Sancho Vitug, almost in double figures with 8, and he has also earned the admiration of some fans behind us.
Yes.
On the other end, Gimpayan has 8, with Robbie Manalang trailing him. 7 points for Big Shot Rob, 6 for Tyrone Chan, and 5 for Pamboy Raimundo. I'm looking at the score sheet. Everybody has played for Biñan, and 2 players haven't scored. Ironically, one of them is Carlo Lastimosa. The other guy is Pat Anunuevo.
Well, wala nga dito si the players missing for Biñan is Mark Pingris, KG Canleta, and Ronnie Alonte.
Yes. But it's not a problem. KG Canaleta, by the way, is recovering from a toe injury, and he targets to be back on their last game para may buwelo daw siya papuntang playoffs.
And we know KG Canaleta is, the offensive guy for this Biñan squad.
Canaleta is their leading scorer who shoots at a 46% clip and 37% from downtown. Both of those categories in the top 10 in the MPBL. Pamboy will shoot. That's good.
Another assist para dito sa Biñan. Pamboy already with 8 points.
On the other end, it's Vitog shooting. Wow, what a game for him.
11 points para dito kay Vitog.
This should be his best game already. Rocco Curva splitting the D. He was fouled. Now we got to look at the stats of Sancho Vitog. After this 3-pointer by Pamboy Raimundo from the corner. So an answer from the power forward of Marikina. Carlo Lastimosa. On to Jmar Gimpayan. He lost the ball. Here's Coach Boyet Fernandez looking very serious at the sideline, not giving any room to breathe for the Shoe Masters. Santa Ana, tough reverse, no good. Here's Pamboy. On to Carlo Lastimosa. First points.
2 3-pointers para dito sa Biñan in this third quarter as Jordan Santa Ana almost slams on the camera, and thankfully no one got hurt.
Ang hirap din. Ang bigat kaya ng camera na yan. And for them to keep balance, a big shout out to our cameraman. This 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One Stop Shop Appliances. This is the first basket of Carlo Lastimosa in this game out of 4 tries. A miss by Biñan, and we have Jethro Escoto on the counter, down by 30. Escoto attacks. Escoto is fouled. Jetro Escoto, as I mentioned, is one of those former Team B players who never really got to shine in collegiate basketball. But at least now they're given yet another chance. Yun naman ang isa sa magandang naibigay ng MPBL.
Yes, yun yung, alam mo, maraming players natin na magaling talaga na hindi naman nabigyan ng pagkakataon because syempre yung preference ng ibang coaches to other players. But having this chance here in the MPBL to show what kind of player they are is a very, very fortunate thing for them.
In the same way, it's also a testament to their dedication to the game of basketball. For them to stay in shape.
And then they never gave up.
And speaking of staying in shape, Marlon Basco just gave us a rejection.
Exactly, I mean, he's playing at, 60 years old now?
Grabe ka naman.
He's probably got a 20% discount.
Nagka-inflation yung age ni Marlon Basco.
But,
as Averky Payet scores
but he's taking care of himself well. And kaya pa rin niya sumabay. Carlo Lastimos is way younger than Marlon Basco, but he could, it's very good timing. Itong si Kuya Mong, Tito Mong.
Yes. Kuya Mong's team has possession. Santa Ana goes to Vitog on his career day. Sancho misfires. Rebound Carlo. Forward to Jaymar. And it's Kenny Roja-Curva who will score. Yan, magandang kwento niyan. Roja-Curva was recruited from the province as, that's a sorry miss for Lastimosa. And when he was recruited, supposedly to play in the NCAA, nagka-pandemic. At dahil sa pandemic na yun, nag-overage na si Kenny Roja-Curva.
So ngayon, nandito siya sa MPBL and shining in one of the... Is it his first All-Star?
Yes, to my knowledge.
He didn't waste time. He didn't, parang he grabbed that opportunity maski hindi siya nakalaro sa NCAA.
Oo. It's just a matter of unfortunate timing for him as Basco shoots and scores. Marlon Basco is up to 5 points. Pomboy on the other end. That's a 3.
Steady, very steady. Pamboy Raimundo.
A lot of pride coming from the product of San Sebastian. So Javi did reply to us and he said that Pamboy was teammates with the Pinatubo trio. Sanggalang, Abueva, and Ronald Pascual.
Oh.
This fast break of the game is brought to you by SportsMax, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. Kenny Roja-Curva able to finish with his right hand.
Alam mo, pinaka-paborito dun sa tatlong yun was Pascual.
Why?
At that time, I mean, you would see the brilliance of his game during the NCAA. I didn't expect Abueva to be as big a star now. But itong si Pascual, but unfortunately he wasn't able to show it in the Pro League.
Yeah. We do hope that he's doing okay, Ronald Pascual, wherever you may be. Shout out to you. But congratulations to his teammates, Calvin Abueva and Ian Sanggalang, for the careers that they've had or that they continue to have.
Yeah, especially Ian Sanggalang also. I'm really happy to see that guy shine.
Another guy who confirmed that fact for us is AJ Vitog, who is currently waiting for an MPBL offer. So good luck to you, AJ, for your supposed return next year. Biñan is on the move. Pomboy getting it back from Kenny Roja-Curva.
Good decision by Roja-Curva.
Yes. Pomboy, by the way, is back to scoring 13 points.
I was gonna say kanina, di ba, yun yung opening natin. We talked about Pamboy, how consistent he is. And now, he's showing yung brilliance niya, his leadership niya, in terms of scoring, in terms of just handling that ball well. So, very consistent, especially in this team. As Carlo Lastimosa scores a very hard layup.
It's 2 for 1 or 2 plus 1, 2 for 1 for Carlo Lastimosa. I was about to say that it's good that Pambo is playing like this because we did miss this version of him. When he became a part of Nueva Ecija, that was a deep team. Naghahati sila ng minuto ni na Chris Biton, Philip Manalang and company. And so, he basically wasn't able to give us a game where he would lift up his numbers once more.
And I think that situation was familiar with him when he was playing for TNT. You know, playing alongside sina Jimmy Alapag. And, you know, he just kept in shape. And whenever bunutin si Pamboy Raimundo at that time, he would help the team in whatever way he can.
The true test, though, will come in the playoffs for Pamboy Raimundo. Na-level up muli ang ating competition. And let's see how he can perform against a very tough South Division. Because if you think about it, you know, you have close records among Davao, South Cotabato, Parañaque, Biñan, and Batangas. Parang anything goes eh.
Yes.
And even Quezon and Zamboanga are just 2 games ahead of Batangas City. Evangelista going to Jomel Landayan. Now it's Aaron Estacio shoving home Carlo Lastimosa.
Way to use his body, getting that separation. An 6 na puntos para dito kay Estacio.
On the other end, Pamboy misfires, rebound, Talabanza. JR muscles through. What a reaction from their bench.
Tuwang-tuwa sila doon sa effort na pinakita itong si Alabanza.
Alabanza just shushed his bench. Nahimik kayo. I'm trying to focus here as now it's Estacio recovering for Marikina. Aaron flies and misses. Sorry, miss at that. Jomel Landayan. No good. Rebound, Gimpayan. Forward. Lastimosa. 1 guy to beat. That's too easy for him.
Calmly using his body, turning around. 8 points para kay Carlo Lastimosa.
That's all in the second half. Only 1 guy hasn't scored for Biñan. That is Pat Nuevo. Estacio scoring.
But this is a 40-point, maybe a 38-point lead by Biñan.
You know, Biñan is actually coming off their biggest win. The 30-point win versus Iloilo. The second highest that they've scored this season was that win, yung 97 points sila against Iloilo. Second to their 99 versus Nueva Ecija. So let's see if today will be, you know, a record-breaking day for them. You get to see that 2-pointer by Aaron Estacio. Fouled by Peña Redondo.
Was it a platoon substitution except for Carlo?
Yeah, we are seeing Baichong, Maestre, Lopez, and Peña Redondo joining Mr. Lastimosa. Sideline for Casajeros. Aaron Estacio against Peña Redondo. Screen by Vitu. It's a turnover. Carlo waits for a teammate. It's Bam Lopez against Jomel Landayan. Peña Redondo. Bounce pass by Chong. Cross court to Carlo. 8 on the shot clock. Lastimosa splitting the defense. Lastimosa with a sorry miss. And here's Alvin by Chong. Unable to score. 1 more. Alvin fouled. Sayang.
Ang cute niya eh, no?
Well, if he's reacting like that, then I would really submit to your point. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Chinito pa eh, no? Si Alvin Pechong. Conversion. And now Pat Anunuevo checks in the last guy who hasn't scored for Biñan Tatak Gel. Hello po. This is Westy Gonzalez, present. Si Jepoy po ang ating statistician.
Yes.
At si Ton ang ating floor director.
Kuya Ton!
Minsan lang tayo magka-exposure. Ganun talaga kapag si Westy Gonzalez ang ating analyst.
Ganun ba?
I don't know, but it doesn't happen on a normal day. Siguro mamaya ipapakita na si Mika pati yung kasama niya. Ating production crew who works so hard day in and day out. Although we are at the end of the regular season, unting araw na lang.
Yes.
By October, that's when we will begin our playoffs.
And then yung last week kasi I think supposedly the last game would be Tuesday pero meron tayong mga games na hindi na ilaro because of the typhoon.
Yes.
So ilalaroin natin to on Thursday, Friday, and on Saturday if I'm not mistaken.
Next week?
Yeah.
Next week is Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday.
Oh, Friday and Saturday.
There you have it. And we still have some playoff implications. Especially for Rizal, Val City, and QC.
Yeah, yung tatlo na yan ang very interesting and how they lost and won to each other.
Yeah, it's 1-1 eh, no? 1-1 sila sa isa't isa. So pag tumabla silang tatlo, point differential tayo. At dun mo ma-realize na sana pinaglaban mo kada puntos.
Yes.
Especially against those teams. This is Jomel Andayan going to RR Casajeros, missing from the corner. And we have Pat Anunuevo with a leather. Still waiting for him to try and score. Anunuevo pushing away his defender. That's no good.
Good handles shown by Anunuevo. Except for the shot.
Yeah. Mel Mabigat. No good. He almost got the bounce. Here's Jomel Andayan, a three-pointer. That guy has a nice story, Wesley Gonzalez.
And yeah, I think and I believe these guys have, good stories. That's why they are here.
So, Jomel Andayan, mamaya na lang. Kasi patapos na yung third quarter natin. We have 3 seconds to go. This is Mike Maestre shooting and missing. And that's it for our third frame. It is 73-38 in favor of Biñan Tatak Gel. Their dominance just continues. These highlights of the game are brought to you by Ciplus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. What a third quarter for the professional scorer.
Oh, 8 points, I think, in this third quarter. Very quiet in the first half. Itong si Carl Lastimosa. But a few bright spots. Stasha showing what he can do with the basketball, but it's all Biñan here in the third quarter.
This third quarter score of 73-38 is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. It's the ending GameX. Presenting our Suzuki Muscular and Sporty fan of the game, just like the Avenus, do more and achieve more with the Muscular and Sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avenus, oras na para magmotor. And I believe it is also time for us to go to our Sporty and Muscular courtside reporter. as well in Tita Mika Abesamis.
Parang gusto ko yung tawag mo sa akin yun, Migs. Finding ways to win. This has always been the battle cry of Marikina against strong contenders. They have Biñan, Valenzuela, and Rizal left. So ang bilin ni Coach Rizal sa huddle, lahat ng makakalaban natin kailangan ng panalo. Pahirapan naman natin sila ng konti. Hoping to see better things from the boys in this final quarter. Bilin niya kay Eric Pili, be a leader. Pag nakashoot, wag muna mag-celebrate. Takbo agad para dumipensa. This way, Pili is being taught maturity by the veteran. And speaking of veteran, dahil kulang sila sa height, sa larong ito, maliban kay Kuya Marlon Basco, na-excite at naalala ni Coach Rizal ang kanyang pagiging big man nung teammate pa niya si Mark Pingris sa FEU, as Wes mentioned a while ago. Good times daw at sayang daw wala si Mark. Kung hindi, baka daw nag-jersey rin siya. Migs and Wes.
That would have been poetic for the Marikina Shoemasters as Alvin Baichong scores for Biñan Takjel. And it's also a testament to Mark Pingris still being in shape as he is currently an all-star in the MPBL quarter scoring natin. Pure dominance for Biñan. We're seeing some signs here and there from Marikina, but nothing from Eric Pili, who hasn't seen action since the first half. Pili in this game is scoreless in 15 minutes of play.
Marikina trying to disrupt the offense of Biñan, pressuring dito pa lang sa backcourt.
I mean, at least end on a good note, right?
Yes. I mean, so far it hasn't been clicking for them. And the way to disrupt it is, at least try to pressure this Biñan squad. Pahirapan mong tumira, make that shot clock, paiksiin mo yung shot clock para dun sa Biñan.
And it shouldn't be a problem for Marikina because they have been known for their pressure defense. It has also translated to blocks and steals. They're number 1 in the league in steals at 11.3, number 2 in blocks at 4 per game. But can they actually level up once more in this fourth quarter? Peña Redondo converts.
Despite the pressure, itong Biñan very calm in their offense.
All right. Nandayan is fouled. 3 free throws. And that gives me the time to share his story to Wesley Gonzalez. Hindi siya kinuha sa varsity nung high school pa siya dahil maliit siya. In fact, umasa daw siya kasi pinapunta siya sa faculty to show off his dribbling skills. But it didn't pan out for him. Kinuha siya instead to be a varsity table tennis player. So, he went on with it, and eventually, he found himself not having played organized basketball. And then, dati daw sa barangay, doon na lang siya nag-shine as a scorer. Yun pang laro niya dati. But, he had an accident sa isang motorsiklo. He broke his collarbone. And because of that, he wasn't able to shoot the ball well. At dahil doon, nag-shift yung focus niya from offense to defense. That's why he plays like this nowadays. I'm not yet done.
Oh.
Okay, so Jomel Andayan found himself at a Marikina Shoemasters tryout. And he described to me how it is like to be a part of that tryout as an Nueva Misfires. Yung Marikina daw, yung mga kilala na nila, pinagsasama-sama nila. Si Jomel Andayan, oh no, that was a hard fall for Santa Ana. We'll tend to him later on. Okay, now the play stops. And I need to stop my story as well because it looks concerning for Jordan.
And you don't want to see a player holding on to his knee.
Yeah, and he's had problems with that. It's the last thing that you want to see.
Yes.
Kulang na nga sila sa larong ito at mababawasan pa. Jordan Santa Ana has gone through so much therapy in the past couple of months to recover. We're already happy that he's back in the MPBL, but this is going to be another challenge for him.
And it's part of as a player it's part of it's injury is a part of your career, but It's how you bounce back from that. But, ang hirap lang din to be injured because if you know you can play and you're not healthy, parang naiinggit ka lang.
Yeah. And for it to happen again.
Yes.
He's only been back for a couple of months. So it's the landing.
It's the landing and walang contact eh.
Can't help but feel bad for Jordan Santa Ana. Rudy Distrito is tending to him as of this moment. Can he actually put weight on that knee?
Parang hindi pa. And it's his left knee that he's holding on to.
We're sending our best wishes to Jordan Santa Ana. We'll be hearing from Mika Basamis later on about that injury. At 78-42, we have 7.5 minutes remaining in this game. Marikina will lose yet another player. They were already short-handed coming into this matchup. There's Jordan Santa Ana. It's just a big mental challenge, Wes. May physical challenge na may mental pa.
Yeah, it's harder to deal with the mental challenge, especially coming from an injury.
Lalo na kung parehong tuhod, no?
Yes.
So, Marikina will get possession, as it seems. They have Gama Evangelista, Sancho Vitug, Jetro Escoto, R. Arcasajeros, and John Melandayan on the floor. All right, we resume play, and we hope that it's not the worst for Jordan Santa Ana. Turnover. Here's Joseph Peñaredondo. Bam Lopez goes to Alvin Baichong. He drives and feeds. Peñaredondo will shoot. That's good. We have a timeout for Marikina. It is a 39-point ball game. That was assist number 26 for Biñan. They're shooting better than 50%, while Marikina is below 25%. It's been that kind of a night. We'll be back. You have the next 3 games of Marikina. These are their last games. And it's not going to be an easy schedule, Wes.
Ang hirap niyan, especially with Quezon Huskers. And, Valenzuela also wanting to be on those on the playoffs, especially Valenzuela and Rizal wanting to be in the playoff series. So I think, tough assignment for Marikina.
But they can serve as spoilers. Let's listen to Mika Basamis.
Ang unang tinanong kay Jordan Santa Ana ng PT, may gumagalaw ba sa loob? Wala naman daw, so it is suspected to be just a strain. I asked if this was his prior injury as well, and he said no, it was the right knee. Hoping for the best. Migs and West.
Okay, get well soon, Jordan Santa Ana. That's good news from Mika.
Yeah, if that's his personal assessment, then, we really hope na it's not as bad as it looks.
But you could also understand why he was like that. Dahil ganun na ang pinanggalingan niya sa kabilang tuhod. We resume play. Vitug almost shot the ball with one hand. He continues to work hard. Sancho Vitug, yes! That's 13 points and 4 rebounds for Sancho.
Despite the lead, Coach Boyd is still standing up.
And he still looks stressed at the sideline as Landayan will score. That allows me to go back to his story. I was mentioning nakapag-try out siya for Marikina. Normally, hinahati ng Marikina yon sa mga players na kilala na. Sila yung nagsiscrimmage all together. And then you could expect that most likely, makukuha na lahat yun. Then there's another group na bagito lahat. In all of these players present for the Marikina Shoemasters this season, only one player is from that Bagito group, Jomel Landayan.
Wow. Good story. I mean, just never giving up.
Landayan is firing. Wanted to answer back to Tyrone Chan. There's Jethro Escoto scoring. Aktub tried to lose his defenders. And here's Landayan. What a feed onto Vitug.
Vito just, making the most out of his playing minutes.
Before this game, his career high was 8. He already has 15. 84-50. Almost halfway done in the fourth. Nice pass by JJ Pido.
Agreed. Good cut to Tyrone Chan.
It's a nice welcome back game to Tyrone Chan, who's now in double figures. Vitug. We ought to show these 4 boys behind us. Because they're bringing in the energy. As Poy Aktub misfires, and here's Evangelista with the board.
I think, feeling ko barkada nila to si Vitug.
Para sila nagsusuper saiyan kapag hawak ni Vitug ang bola.
You would see, you would hear the passionate cheering of these 4 young men.
This play of the game is brought to you by Suzuki. JJ Pido locating Tyrone Chan. Pido has 5 dimes in this game. And we have a timeout. And there's another angle of the Blondie converting for Biñan to Takjel. Is a 36-point advantage. And here we have the 4 Musketeers who have been so animated behind us. Very happy to be witnessing this game. Kahit na 36 points na ang kalamangan. Yun ang masaya kapag kasama mo barkada mo.
So barkada nga talaga nila si Sancho Vito.
Apparently not. They're just enjoying the action.
Oh, we are very lucky to enjoy that, to witness that.
86-50. And Jomel Landayan is getting ready to inbound. I hope a lot of people would be inspired by him and Sancho Vitug as well, as they try to also earn spots here in the MPBL. JJ Pido feeds Tyrone Chan. Oh, no.
Natakam siya doon. And Coach Boyd was very frustrated with that.
Everybody else is laughing at the bench except for Coach Boyd.
Except for Coach Boyd. You know how serious he is.
Hindi may reaction sa likod. Ayun! Hindi na natin makikita ang reaction. But obviously, it's a boo-boo for Tyrone Chan.
But everyone in that bench is, I mean, everyone's laughing.
This is Silas Dabale, unable to convert. Rebound on the Nuevo. Pat hasn't scored yet. I'm still waiting for him to be the last guy to score for Biñan. Poy Aktub! Sorry for that layup. That's another thing that they could be waiting for. A dunk from Poy.
Oo, grabe tumalon tong batang to.
Sabale, cross court, Eric Pili. Finally, he scores. That's his first field goal. Only 5 attempts for Eric Pili in this game.
Ay, yung minuto niya hindi rin ganun kahaba. He started the game pero exited the game kanina early on.
And that's really unfortunate as Tyrone Chan misfires because I mentioned that the last 9 games have been very good for Eric Pili. Double figures yun. All of those games, 18 points per outing. Before that, meron pa siyang karagdagang 4 na game kung saan nasa 17 points per game din siya. And it all started with his beautiful outing versus Nueva Ecija when he scored 13, grabbed 5 boards, dished out 4 dimes, and had 6 steals. That was the breakout game of Eric Pili that eventually led to his consistency for 13 games. Ngayon na lang ulit bumagsak.
Well, if you're Eric Pili, you want to be consistent in playing these games day in and day out, whatever the outcome is, you want to be there. You want to produce those numbers for you to be able to be considered top guys here in the MPBL.
Ang maganda dyan, consistent ang suporta ng kanyang ama, who's still behind the bench of the Marikina Shoe Master, Sir Roderick Pili himself. As Pido sits down, but he's still animated about something. Here's Eric. Catch and shoot. No good. Rebound Vitug. That's board number 5 for Sancho. Make it 6. Tito Mong. Too strong. Sabali with another board. Now he shoots. Off the glass and in. That was 3-pointer number 4 for Marikina, but they've given up 11 to Biñan. 91-56. Robbie Manalang, screen by Tyrone. Chan, pambawi. Short. Eric goes to Sancho. Nice fake. Sancho, Vito, reverse. No, sir.
Kala ko, dagdag na naman sa kanyang career high.
Yeah. And he's moving really well as these last 2 minutes are brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Ikaw ba, meron ka rin bang naalalang game kung saan doon nagsimula yung magandang laro mo? Was there a confidence-building game for you?
Wow. Ay, grabe yung talon ng batang to. But yeah, looking back, parang I don't know. I can't remember. Especially in the pro ranks kasi parang parang it's very, for me, parang personally it was very frustrating because I would play good games. And then all of a sudden, and usually I get to play kapag may injured.
Ah, okay.
So, yun, maganda yun, tuloy-tuloy. Sabay, biglang babalik na yung na-injured, balik na ako sa upuan.
Ah, okay. Well, as this free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. I would actually figure that you would answer in the context of college. Because that's when you started becoming really famous, right?
Am I?
Come on, Wes.
College siguro. I don't know. That was a long time ago.
Sige, move on na tayo. Pasensya ka na, Wes, ha? You have a minute to change to go.
Pinuntahan tayo ni Ate Mix, ni Tita Mix dito eh. No, but I don't know. I mean, I don't really consider myself as that. But back in college, I can't remember. You know, back in college, I just wanted to play. I wasn't even thinking of...
Pero hindi ka naman bench warmer nung start ng college career mo.
I wasn't a bench warmer, but I wouldn't play as much as I would like. Especially compared to Enrico. Enrico, when he started his college career, talagang he was the focal point of our offense already. So, yeah.
Oh. Poy Aktub. That was a one-on-one play against Vitug. I just wish everybody would have let them, go all the way one-on-one.
But of course, Vitog, doesn't want to.
Hindi naman siya nagpatalo doon.
Oh, of course, he doesn't want to lose that spot, and he would, give his best despite the score.
Tyrone Chan converting with a three-pointer. If you're hearing the four people from behind us, then I think you guys could deduce why they're happy. Last 10 seconds. Are we still going to see a bucket from Pat Nuevo? The last guy who hasn't scored, Coach Boyet says, do not shoot anymore. And so this is it. The biggest win of Biñan Tatakjel in their campaign, with a final tally of 97 to 59. A 38-point blowout. And this would secure home court advantage for them.
Yeah, home court advantage and, a shot at that third spot in that South Division.
Our best player of the game is brought to you by Daily Fantasy. Dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. He's been the most consistent Biñan player for the past 9 games, Pamboy Raimundo. In this game, he finishes with right to his average, 13 points and 5 assists as well. What a way for him to put a stamp on yet another great performance. This final score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. It's the ending GameX. Before we go, we do want to wish Jordan Santa Ana the best in terms of his recovery.
Please.
And now we go to Mika Bisamis.
Maraming salamat. Kasama ko ngayon ang Daily Fantasy Best Player of this game. Walang iba kundi si Pamboy Raimundo. Pamboy, tuluyang ka naghahanda, nagpapakondisyon para sa next round. Ang ganda nung huling 9 na games mo at nakakailang best player ka na rin. Today, you had 13 points and 5 assists.
Siguro maganda lang yung minutes tsaka yung trust ni coach sa akin. So maganda na rin to kasi going to the playoffs para maging ready. Kami as a team.
Napag-usapan mo yung minutes tsaka yung trust. Sabi ko nga kay Jerwin kanina, ito na yun eh. Ito na yung playoff performance. Pinapakita nyo na dito. Ikaw ba satisfied ka na sa sistemang to, Pamboy?
Oo, satisfied naman. Kaya lang, syempre, pagdating sa playoffs, iba na yung laruan doon. So, kailangan namin maging ready. Kailangan namin magpakondisyon. Kailangan namin magtiwala kay coach sa sistema niya.
Maraming salamat. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord sa strength na binigay niya sa akin, sa family ko na lagi nakasubaybay sa akin, sa mga kaibigan ko, kay Boss Monching, kay Boss Jel, kay Boss Rubentan, Boss Wes, Boss Antet, Boss Atek, sa mga supporters namin sa Laguna, sponsor namin, Beast Motorcycle Tires, Cylon Tires, Pininclo, 69 Barpong, Overbreak, GameX Sports, Victoria Sports, and happy birthday kay Boss Ruel Condo.
Maraming salamat. Once again, our Daily Fantasy Best Player of this game is Pamboy Raimundo. Sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. Migs and West.
Thank you, Mika. Congratulations, Pamboy Raimundo. And on Thursday, we'll see you guys again on neutral territory as Parañaque goes up against Imos, and then it's Nueva Ecija versus Rizal with playoff implications, especially for the Golden Coolers. And then for the main game, Batangas City will take on the Sarangani Marlins, who will look to rely on their hot shooting if they would want to upset the Tanduay Rum Masters, who are at number 3 in the South Division, tied with Biñan Tatakjel. So that's going to be interesting because they would want to get the higher seed which could mean home court advantage later on in the playoffs if they proceed to move on. Thank you for joining us in yet another beautiful day for Philippine basketball. For Mika Abisamis and Wesley Gonzalez, my name is Mix Gomez at ito po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.